At this point, it's like if you hate America, just leave, plain and simple. I mean, it's absolutely crazy, and it's clear that the Democrats ultimately hate America, okay? Drop down below in the comments if you guys think that they should arrest Gavin Newsom for aiding and abetting illegal criminals. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Shout out to Tom Homan, okay, aka Hulk Homan over here. And Tom Homan is not holding back, all right? There's a lot to unpack here. We're gonna jump right into it. Shout out to the King Squad. Smash like button, hit subscribe, and let's get right into it. Let's go.
Newsom are blaming the Trump administration for the chaos. Border Czar Tom Homan joins us now. So, Tom, you've been leading these operations. And so instead of criticizing the people that are attacking our agents, you got Gavin Newsom, who has called for you to arrest him, and you got Maxine Waters, who is going after the National Guard. Watch this.
He's a tough guy. Why doesn't he do that? He knows where to find me. The hell is this guy? Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy.
What?
You know, I don't give a damn. But I care about my community. And I'm sorry to be so clear, but that kind of bloviating is exhausting. So, Tom, arrest me.
Wow.
What are you going to do? You going to shoot some kid? He's afraid of you and run? You going to shoot an elected official? If you shoot me, you better shoot straight. I don't know why you're in my city. You did, the governor was not contacted.
Tom, what's your response?
Well, first of all, it's just ridiculous. That reporter from SMBC, he's a joke. He's a dishonest reporter. What we discussed was, for those protesters that cross the line, I've said it many times, you can protest, you get your First Amendment rights. But when you cross that line, you put hands on an ICE officer or you destroy property, or I say that you're impede law enforcement, or you're knowingly harboring, concealing illegal alien, that's a crime. And the Trump administration is not going to tolerate it. You cross that line, we're going to seek prosecution in the Department of Justice. Then the reporter asked me, well, could Governor Newsom or Mayor Bass be arrested? I said, well, no one's above the law. If they cross the line and commit a crime, absolutely they can. So there was no discussion about arresting Newsom. And so, you know, what he's done, he's failed that state. He waited 2 days of that city burning. And people getting hurt, officers being assaulted before he made any declaration of an unlawful assembly. He's late to the game. President Trump isn't late to the game. Men and women, our ICE are not late to the game. And let's make this clear. I keep hearing this term ICE raids, ICE raids. What happened with how this riot started is that ICE was serving a series of criminal warrants at a business being investigated for money laundering, customs fraud, and serious violations on sending money to criminal cartels that in Colombia and Mexico that fund criminal cartel activities in the United States. It's a part of an overall conspiracy that ICE is investigating. So we're arresting bad people. We were enforcing laws and following up on a serious criminal investigation on cartel financing. So that's exactly what ICE did. And ICE took a lot of bad people off the street that day. We arrested a sexual predator, arrested gang members, arrested somebody that had an armed robbery conviction. So we made LA safer. The men and women at ICE, the men and women at the Border Patrol made LA safer that day. But you're not hearing any of this. All you hear is a rhetoric about ICE being racist and ICE being Nazis and terrorists. And Governor Newsom feeds that. Just like Hakeem Jeffrey feeds it, that he's going to unmask ICE agents. And the members of Congress who keep feeding this rhetoric, they're the ones that are causing this riot, because they don't listen to the truth about what the men and women at ICE are doing. We're keeping our promise to American people to make these streets safe again. And that's exactly what we're going to do, and we're not going to stop doing it.
Tom, who gave the stand-down order from the LAPD? When your federal agents were being surrounded, and you know the call, you were a local cop before you were a federal agent. When a cop says, officer assist, across the radio, that they're surrounded, everyone in the surrounding area is supposed to respond. So who told the LA cops not to respond?
Well, the LA police chief, he works for the mayor of Los Angeles. That's Karen Bass. And they were delayed. They were very delayed in responding to the call for assistance. Like I was here, and it had over 1,000 protesters at the federal building trying, and they breached it several times. Luckily, they were able to push them back, and that put the officers at great risk. It put the detainees that we had in custody at great risk. So again, this is just a false narrative being pushed by the left and being pushed by even members of Congress about the men and women of ICE being Nazis and terrorists and that we're out raiding, arresting innocent women and children. Everybody we arrested, everybody we're looking for, they got final order removal. They've had the due process. That's what they keep shouting about. They demand due process. They had the due process. A judge, a federal judge, has ordered them removed. Our job is to execute that order, right? So you got Congress who made the laws that we're following. You have a judge that orders them removed. So we're executing removal orders. ICE is doing the job that American people want them to do. We're making America safe again, one illegal criminal at a time, and that's what we're doing in LA.
So, Tom, the travel ban is set to go into effect today. Over a dozen countries are on that list, including Venezuelan nationals. Tell me about this travel ban. What is it going to do to stop the travel coming across this country to illegal immigrants?
Yeah, before I got that, let me just mention this. You know, God bless President Trump for sending the National Guard. The National Guard is here to protect property, protect life, protect our officers, and protect civilians. You've seen the video. This city's burning. It's out of control because of the weak leadership of Democrats here in the state and frankly, in the United States Congress. So I salute President Trump for sending the National Guard to protect life and property. And the travel ban is exactly what it should be doing. In the countries that are being targeted on this, do not do proper vetting before the issue visas come to this country. This is about protecting America, right? We spent 4 years, got over 2 million known gotaways. How many of them came from a terrorist a country that sponsors terrorism? We don't know. President Trump has taken every step possible to protect this nation from a terrorist attack and from other criminal activity that crosses our border and comes into the visa program.
Tom.
So this is simply making these countries step up and doing the right thing. When you send someone to give someone a visa and they enter the United States, we want proper vetting done before they come here. That's what this is about.
Tom, I got only a few seconds left, but I got to get your reaction to Kilar Garcia. They wanted him back. They got him back, but he's been indicted on 2 counts.
Wow.
One count of conspiracy of unlawful transport of illegal alien for financial gain, maximum imprisonment, 10 years. You got count 2, unlawful transportation of an illegal alien for financial gain. How serious are these charges, real quick?
They're real serious, and we're going to bring back, we're going to criminally prosecute him, we're going to put him in prison. And when he gets done with his prison sentence, he can be deported right back to his homeland.
Tom Homan, thank you so much.
Drop down below in the comments if you guys support what Tom Homan is doing. Okay, there is a lot going on. At this point, I'm convinced that the Democrats ultimately hate America. Okay, and you know, it's just wild to see them go so hard for these illegals, go so hard for just chaos and confusion and destruction. And like, isn't this supposed to be your home? You know, aren't you supposed to take care of, you know, where you call home? At least maybe that's just how, you know, we were raised, Republicans, conservatives, independents, you know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. I would think that if this is your home country, you should want to take care of your home country, not just allow any old body in the crib, you know, in your country, and just allow them to just wild out. Okay, because that's exactly what's happening in California right now. So I'm absolutely blown away that the Democrats, you know, don't see a problem with this. They're just letting the chaos go on. They just don't care. That, you know, Gruesome Newsom, Greasy Newsom, okay, Gavin Newsom, you know, Gavin Newsom, he's just that guy. I mean, it doesn't get any faker than him. I mean, he should have casted for Dumb and Dumber, okay, because he's the dumbest. I mean, it is just mind blowing how he just doesn't see any issues with what he's allowing to go on. And even the other lady, Karen Bass, or Mayor Karen, you know what I'm saying, her name. She's another one, okay, another crash out Keisha. It's not cool, okay. Ku Klux Kamala Harris duplicate, all right. It is absolutely mind blowing, and then they wonder why they didn't win. Americans are sick of this. Americans are sick of the Democrat BS, all right? We're awakened to the nonsense, all right? And we're tired of it. So to see this go on, I mean, is this the America you want to raise your kids in? Like, they're completely going against making America safe again, fighting to get illegals to live here, criminals to live in the country and stuff like that. And, you know, going to their home country, taking them out of their home country and putting them back in America. Where is the logic? Where is the rationale? The rationality, the common sense. It's just not with them. They are truly, the Democrats, the libtards are truly the party of anti-common sense. At least that's how it strikes me. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. All right. Shout out to the King Squad. Smash the like button, hit subscribe. It's great to see you guys. I apologize for being gone for so long, but we're back now, and we're staying consistent, okay? We're going to crush it in June. We're going to stay on top of everything that's going on. There's a lot to unpack, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. You guys are awesome. Don't let anybody tell you any different, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.